Welcome to Inside Golf segment, Out of Bounds.
Out of Bounds.
With my co-host Chris Nowak.
Good seeing you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
It's been a crazy year this year.
Very crazy. Why don't you recap your year for me real quick?
Well, let's see. 2021, I got married, which was certainly my highlight. If Kevin's watching, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I changed jobs. I actually am no longer with the Philly Section PGA. I've moved into a PGA of America role, so I'll be working remotely, but with our headquarters crew, so you and I'll be teammates even more than we were.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
What about your year?
Interesting year for me, back traveling again.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of traveling and was very, very honored to represent the PGA of America in the PGA Hope program at the opening ceremonies for the Ryder Cup, where we won again.
That's great. That was huge. I mean, there was a lot of it was a great year for golf. You know, you had Phil Mickelson win the PGA Championship, oldest tour player to win a major. Yeah. That's awesome. The U.S. crushes it. The Ryder Cup. That was huge.
I do have a little thing about the Ryder Cup, though.
Why? Because the European fans weren't invited?
Well, that may have been like why. I felt it was a little docile this year compared to Hazeltine in 16. I felt like it wasn't quite as wild and, you know.
Yeah, because of the European fans.
Yeah, it was a great experience, though, and it was great to see United States win again. I think they're going to dominate for a while if they can stay a team, though.
Let's hope. I went to the Ryder Cup when it was at Medina in Chicago a while back. That was great. Yeah. Oh, it's just such an electric experience, and it's just different than any other sporting event.
Any other sporting event
gone to? So any other golf tournament you've ever gone to? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Chris, we're indoor golfing today, hitting the simulators. When we come back, we're going to meet with the PGA professional here, Robert Kleckner, and he's going to give us a tour and show us how to do it.
The 24th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 50 courses, over 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia, building game changers. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By Gap, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue, free at jerseymanmagazine.com. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf. And celebrating their centennial year, take time to thank your local men and women PGA professionals.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
For over 2 decades, First Tee has created experiences that build character. We believe every kid deserves to feel supported, safe to try something new, and to be prepared for what comes next. We develop their swing, but more importantly, their inner strength. Because we know what's inside doesn't just count, it changes the game. Come join us at First Tee.
Chris and I are here at Linfield National Golf Club in Limerick, PA. Have you ever been here before?
Never.
We are here with PGA professional, owner-operator Robert Kleckner.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about the club.
Well, we're an 18-hole public facility. We opened in 1997, and I've been here since '01, so over 20 years. And then about 8 years ago, we blew out this cart barn area and put 5 indoor simulators to bridge daylight saving to daylight saving. So we're open all year long, and we're just closed on Christmas Day.
That's great.
Is the bays part of your membership?
The bays are not. You have 2 separate memberships.
Okay.
So we have a yearly membership with different varieties outside, and then indoors a separate entity. You just pay as you go, like renting a tennis court, or just you pay by the hour.
Cool.
But you have daily fee, regular 18-hole play.
Yes.
It's a full
Yes.
public
Yes, we do.
course. You just offer memberships. That's
Yes.
great.
And then in the summertime, I use this for my camps, which is phenomenal. So when it gets super hot, the kids come in here. They love the technology, and we bring them out of the heat or rain.
That's cool.
That's great. I'm excited. I haven't been to an indoor facility in a long time.
Nor
This is
have I.
a really, really neat setup.
Looking forward to it.
And the best in the country, if not, you know, the best I've ever seen for sure. They got
Yeah.
a big bar area back here, so let's go check it out.
Check it out. See what they got.
Sounds good.
So tell us how many bays you have.
So we have 5 bays, and then our 6th bay is kind of cool. You can putt on, and then we have a hoop there to break any ties in
basketball
golf.
hoop. That's
cool.
So a little
That's
basketball
cool.
hoop. But yes, so we have 5 indoor bays you can play in.
Thanks,
So
Joe.
tell me a little about the technology you're using.
This
Thanks,
is
Joe.
Foresight technology, which is the Hawk. So it's the latest and greatest within the Foresight family. You had the GC2 and the Quad, and then now we have the Hawk is. So we just implemented all new Hawks in every bay.
Now, I know there's a lot of different simulators out there and things like that, and a lot of different technology. What made you go with the Foresight?
Well, there's the 3 major players, and it's the buzzword. You have TrackMan, Flight Scope, and Foresight. So probably about 9 or 10 years ago with the gentleman that did the facility, his name is Steve Knapp, we went down to the show, he laid out all the schematics, but when you go around the show, this was 10 years ago, all the major players, Ping, TaylorMade, Titleist, had Foresight in it. So if you have that technology being used by the best companies in the world selling clubs, we knew we were going down the right path.
Yeah. Some more interesting things. As soon as I walked in, I noticed these bag lights. I mean, tell me about those. How'd those come about?
Yeah, so Steve went and got some online, some out of the closet, some out of that we had stored away, and he cut out the bottom and made these lights on each bay, and everyone that comes here wants to buy it or buy one. It's really cool. Really cool thing for your basement or your bar.
Any special bags in here? Have any meanings or anything? Or?
Yes, so that one was my very first bag as a kid. My first Wilson bag when I started playing golf. I was a senior in high school, so that has a little bit of.
We're not going to date that though.
No.
Are we? No. Okay. All right. Okay. It's old. It's old. No. Old or just old? All right.
That's great. Yeah, this setup is perfect. Like the bar behind it with the chairs. It's almost like a bowling alley type, but it's the best setup as far as hanging out and just having a good time.
It's super comfortable, and it kind of goes segue right into our golf course. So when you're here, you're really comfortable and you feel like you're at a golf facility. You're not climbing upstairs. You're not in a strip mall. You're not trying to run out. And we have all the amenities here. If you want something to drink, something to eat, everything is here like you're being at a golf course.
Busiest time. Tell me your business.
So last year was, of course, challenging. The last 2 years because of COVID, because we were shut down as of the Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving last year. So we weren't even open last year. So probably the busiest time is going to be after Christmas, the week of Christmas when everyone's in town. That's cool. It's really exciting. A lot of college kids. Then the high schools will come in. And then January, February, and then half of March, it's really rocking and rolling. If we get any snow on the ground, it's busy every day.
Well, Robert, we are anxious to take it for a test drive.
Right. Yeah.
And looking forward to it. So when we come back, stay with us. We're going to hit the simulator.
The yardage it's great to know it's X to the pin.
Welcome back. We're back at Linfield National. Chris and I are about to try out the simulator. So Robert, tell us what we're doing here.
So if you're first getting here, if you've never played indoor before, super simple. You can wear shorts, you won't lose a golf ball, and you can have your favorite beverage right at your fingertips. So you can pick a golf course. Today we chose Pebble Beach, so we have various courses from all around the world. So if you don't have an opportunity to get to the West Coast, you can come in here. If you can't get on Marion, you can come in here. Can't get on Ronimick, you can come in here. Or if you want to play Linfield, you can come in here. So you would just grab, we'll set you up, or we'll teach you how to use this. Super easy, put your name in, what tees, you can change the different skill levels on the speed of the greens, length of the golf course. Then you tee it up, you put your golf ball down here and give it a shot. So let's go.
Why don't you go ahead?
So if somebody doesn't have clubs, you have clubs for them, right?
Yes, we do have rentals, righty, lefty, juniors, and ladies. So
I can just put this wherever, right?
you'll see it as soon as you put that in there, it'll come up in a box.
Talk to me about the tee.
You want to move it just a little bit more towards you. These tees were designed, there you go. So you'll indicator box, if you're right-handed or left-handed, you can just switch sides. Super simple. But these designed tees were from Canada because the ground was so firm in the wintertime, they couldn't get a tee in the ground. They're called birdie tees. So we use these inside, super safe, super durable, and go ahead and tee it up.
All right.
I'm good to go.
Good to go. Oh, right.
Oh.
Excellent.
All right. Good angle into the green again. So how accurate are these?
Very accurate. You saw how your ball drew, so it picks up everything. It picks up club head speed, it picks up face angle coming in, and side spin, top spin. So it's really accurate. What the ball does is exactly how you would hit it on the golf course.
And you have a separate bay that you call the range bay, I believe, where you can get spin rate and all that other stuff?
Well, actually, all of them can. So you just go to a different program within this program, and you can get all your stats. You can get all your numbers. When I'm teaching you, I can actually email you your stats instantaneously, which is really
cool.
a really neat feature, which gives you a baseline on your clubs.
Nice
That
shot.
should play pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was good.
There we
So
go.
I don't know if that's your normal ball flight, but it's a nice smooth cut.
Yeah.
And then up there on the left side, it tells you your ball speed, a lot of cool stuff. The one thing I really think is one of the most important stats is your carry distance, total distance. Everyone's always interested, launch angle, and offline and distance to the flag.
So what kind of are the main numbers that, a lot of people can get too into the numbers, too concerned with them?
Yes, so I keep it really simple. I think the biggest numbers, of course your ball speed number is going to be one of your metrics that's going to kind of correlate to distance. But when I'm first starting out with any of my players or any of my students or even novice or advanced golfers, I like the carry distance, because if you know the carry of your club, so when you're out there playing, I think that's the most important number on playing the golf course. So if you're managing the golf course, you need to know the yardages. It's great to know it's X to the pin, but you may need to know the carry distance to get over a hazard or a bunker or anything to get to the front of the green.
Right, and depending on how firm a golf course is, it can go
Correct,
pretty.
yes. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're hitting a shot on the range, and she's teeing it up. Go ahead. Excellent. So she has a little bit of a left to right ball spin. That's the fade, so the club face came in. But the most important thing that we always like to look at, total distance was 214, which is here, but her carry distance is 196. So I think a lot of golfers get hung up on total distance, but with all these metrics here, and there's a lot, and a lot of them get really in depth. I like to keep it very simple and basic. So the carry distance is 196, which is probably my most important number that I teach all the golfers. And then her total distance is 214. And then we can kind of go into the other numbers. Ball speed, of course, correlates to distance. So anytime that increases, of course, your distance is going to increase along with your ball speed.
That's great. Well, we're excited.
We're excited.
I can't wait. Well, if you haven't been to Linfield, this is certainly worth the trip. The indoor place is great.
Yep.
Everything about it. Thank you so much, Robert. We will be back this winter for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Thanks for having us out.
Thank
Very
you
much
for stopping
appreciate it.
in.
Absolutely.
Have a great holiday.
Stay tuned. Up next, we're going to go to Harry and the Teed Off panel.
Your opinion has a game that would fit pretty well at Brookline.
I think that's actually a pretty good fit for like the Kepka.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues with my favorite part of the show every week, our Teed Off panel. We're assembled again here in the grill room at Lulu Country Club. And it's been a great year for the folks at Lulu, and we're always glad to come back here and assemble our Teed Off panel indoors now because, you know, the fire's on. It's a little chilly outside, but it's always warm inside here at the grill room at Lulu. All right, our guest today, part of our panel again, is Oscar Mestre. He is into another term as the president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. And the key prediction is going to be who will be named the Senior of the Year in 2022, because in 2021, it was Oscar Mestre. How about that? Nice little transition.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Matt Fry, he is the Director of Communications for the Philadelphia section of the PGA. Always a pleasure to see you, Matt.
Thanks for having me, Harry.
Brian Quinn, he of BQ Golf, coach at Temple University for years now. He is head of BQ Golf. He has his little academy out there off the Blue Route, right? Conshohocken, Norristown.
Yep, exactly.
He is dressed like, as he always is, in his BQ Golf apparel, the Black Knight today. You're looking marvelous, my friend.
Thank you. Faked you out, Harry.
No, I expected. That's why you're here. And from Lulu, where he is the defending club champion, Mr. Jim Sullivan.
Thanks, Harry.
He's got a long resume, and I won't get into that. I'm going to start with you this time, okay? Because I know you have played internationally as well as, you know, like I mentioned, 4 times on the PGA Tour, 4 events. And now he's sitting here with the rest.
I don't know if they called it the PGA Tour yet. It was
No?
so long ago. It may have been
Something else? Well, the Honda Classic. That
a
was
lifetime ago.
that was pretty good. I'm looking for some predictions. Let's start with the majors this year, okay? You know, it's interesting because out of the last 7 majors, there have been 6 different winners. One guy won both the PGA Championship, I think it was Colin Morikawa, and then he finished up with the Open Championship last year. So he's bookends. It's been a pretty good streak, Jim. And this year we have some exciting venues. Of course, Augusta will tee things off. But the U.S. Open is going to be played up at Brookline, I believe. Southern Hills is going to host in Tulsa. We'll host the PGA. Okay. And the 150th British Open, or as they call it now, Brian, the Open Championship, is going to be at the home of golf, St. Andrews. So give me 4 winners there.
John Rahm. I think Augusta will be the John Rahm show.
Okay.
You get the Ryder Cup, although the U.S. team dominated, I think Rahm proved that he's you know, the best player in the world.
And he's the defending U.S. Open champion.
And peaking.
But you think he's going to take?
I think he's been in the top 5 or 6 each of the few years he's played, and I just think he's going to. It's a little bit of an extreme thing to say, you know, dominate, but I think he's going to put on a show at Augusta.
Wow.
What's the next one? The PGA, maybe. They moved that to May, right?
Yes.
So the PGA at Southern Hills, I'm going to go with Victor Hovland and Will Zalatoris as the contenders.
Wow. Couple
US
young
Open
guys.
at Brookline.
Couple real young
US
guys.
Open at Brookline. If it's not going to be a Quinn brother from their hometown, that feels like Colin Morikawa to me. You got to control your ball, and nobody does better than he does. And he's not going anywhere. And then the British Open at St. Andrews, or the Open Championship at St. Andrews, I think will be an out-of-the-box winner. Somebody 100th in the world that'll show up.
How about Scotty Scheffler or somebody like that? That'd be out of the box? Not really.
He's at this point, he's
Ryder
going to be in the
Cupper?
top 10 or 15 in the world, even though he hasn't won yet. But
Okay.
I don't have a name, but a distant long shot for St. Andrews.
Okay. Well, full disclosure, you are from the Boston area originally. Have you played a lot of golf at Brookline?
Back in the day, the last time I was there was when Brandon Matthews, one of my players, he lost in the quarterfinals there in the USAM. So I haven't been there since then. Obviously, I'm in Philly now, but many times my brother Fran lost the State Am to Kevin Johnson there in the finals at Brookline, the country club. But,
so you have some history.
Yeah, my dad dropped me off every day when Jay Siegel won the US Am and said, if you want to learn how to play good golf, go follow him around. And I watched him every day. He won the US Am.
You weren't there with Francis Ouimet, though, right? No?
No, huh? I'm not quite that old
not
yet.
Not quite.
I'm
okay.
catching up to you,
so
though.
who, in your opinion, has a game that would fit pretty well at Brookline?
I think that's actually a pretty good fit for like a Koepka there. He's a really, obviously a great U.S. Open player. I think it's a great fit for him. Any guy that can kind of slide the ball left to right there, keep their ball in the fairway, utilize their length, because it's pretty long. And they can dominate a couple of the par fives that, maybe a Morikawa can't. But I do think a power player is going to win there, and definitely a guy that slides the ball left to right. That's what, so a DJ or a Koepka.
Okay, not an out-of-the-box guy like Sully said would win the British Open.
Yeah. And I think the British Open, that's going to be a bomber's going to win there. The whole key there is just avoiding the bunkers, and the guys hit it so far now. If the weather's any good at all, the scores are going to be really low.
Okay. Matt Fry, let's go to the opening event, the Masters. Last year, we saw a Japanese winner, first time ever, an international winner, Hideki Matsuyama. Can he repeat, or is that virtually impossible? Is that just for the Tiger Woodses and the Nick Faldos and the Jack Nicklauses of the world?
I mean, he's good enough to do it. I haven't seen his name in a while up on the top of a leaderboard. Not that I pay that close of attention, but I would probably pick somebody a little closer to the top 10 in the world. Maybe somebody like Colin Morikawa, the way he hits his irons and putts. I think he'd be a pretty good lock for the Masters this year.
Okay. Oscar?
I'm going to give you 4 names,
Give me
Harry,
4 names.
and then we'll slot them in wherever
down?
they want, okay? I think Jon Rahm, I like that. I think Colin Morikawa wins a major. I think Jordan Spieth wins a major this year. And
Wow.
I'm going to say Bryson DeChambeau is going to win a major.
Wow, give me those again. Jordan Spieth, Bryson, Jon Rahm.
And Colin
Who seems
Morikawa.
to be famous, and Colin gets his 3rd somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I like those 4 to be.
Have you ever played Southern Hills in Tulsa?
Never played Southern.
Never been on the property?
No.
I've had the chance to be there by virtue of doing some Temple games in Tulsa, football or basketball. So one day I decided to go out to Tulsa, to Southern Hills, and try to get in there. Legendary, Hogan won there. It's, one of the top venues, not only in the country, but in the world. I went up to the gate, and they asked me, well, the golf course is closed. I said, well, I'd just like to get into the pro shop, maybe buy a shirt, Do you have an appointment with anybody? No. Well, why would you even think we would let you in? Basically is what the guard told me. He called it a pro shop. I said, tell him I do a golf show in Philadelphia. That got me farther down on the list, I think. I'm still waiting to get past the gatekeeper. So maybe Matt Fry can help me out.
We could probably
We're
pull some
sending them a
strings.
copy of this edition.
I
You'll get in next time.
love Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I love Southern Hills. Please
Do a GoFundMe, Harry.
And I'd buy every-
on the property.
I would get all these guys at least a sleeve of balls.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe I'll go down there for the US or the PGA. I'm going to call you.
We can figure it
I know
out.
Matt Fry. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf coming up.
Designed by Donald Ross, Lulu Country Club is one of the premier private golf courses in Montgomery County. This classic 18-hole course boasts a new state-of-the-art clubhouse with many amenities for members to enjoy. Members are invited to play in events, tournaments, and enjoy guest privileges. For more information, contact membership@lulucc.com.
They're not just familiar faces. They're your friends and neighbors. It's their small businesses, a beating heart that makes a neighborhood a home. The places with a pick-me-up or a story that inspires, where you can share a taste of comfort with the personal touch that makes our world shine a little brighter. Support small and make a big difference. Make it local. Make it Main Street. Make it Montco.
Road home for the holidays, where the ultimate driving machine becomes the ultimate cruise through 3 states machine. the ultimate zip around the corner for mom's cooking machine, and even the ultimate we couldn't get out of there any faster machine. Because at BMW, we know every holiday looks different. So we created the ultimate whatever your road home looks like machine. Hurry in to receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
God, I didn't carry that anywhere, but. 196 carry distance, dang.
We're at that pivotal point again. We got to figure out
are.
why do we tie?
I don't know.
It could be a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing.
Great thing.
And we finally have a tiebreaker situation here. It's a foul shot.
So let's do it. Ladies first.
Okay. I can't believe I made that.
Boy.
Pressure is
Pressure's on.
Oh, yes!
You win.
Victory.
Good game.
Yes. Well, from your favorite Out of Bounds crew, myself, Chris, and Joe, and Linfield National, it's definitely worth checking out. We will see you next year in 2022. Can't wait to be out of bounds.
The 24th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 50 courses, over 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee, Greater Philadelphia. Building game changers. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By Gap, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf, and celebrating their centennial year. Take time to thank your local men and women PGA professionals.